Here's your daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you are thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts. And for me, that's a badge of honor. Okay, I have so many notes this week that it's going to be very hard to distill into 5 videos, but I definitely want to talk about, I just sounded like a Gen Z. I had a little vocal fry. I definitely want to talk about what the FBI is up to, and Chris Wray got the sea turtle killing plastic straw this week on both my shows, which pains me because he's a very good looking man, and I hate giving sea turtle killing plastic straws to hot men, but it is what it is. So the sea turtle killing plastic straw for this video is going to the very good looking and very corrupt Chris Wray, the head of the FBI. Okay. So as much as I, joke around that he's this hot man and everything, I mean, he's clearly a bad dude and bad apple. And we've come to learn now that the FBI and the CIA, we know that they were working in concert to steal the election from Trump. If you take away all the other crap that we know went on in 2020 with the ballot harvesting, and we now have this one postal worker that was exonerated by the Postal Service because he said he was trucking ballots from state to state and dropping them in certain places, and then he would walk away and then the ballots would be gone. He's been exonerated. I'm going to do another video about that. The suitcases of ballots, the machines, the ballot mules, whatever. Like, we know all that stuff. Take away all that stuff. The stuff that the FBI did, which was working with the CIA to dispute the Hunter Biden laptop claims, saying that it was all made up, that 51 former intelligence agents said that this was all Russian disinformation and nothing to see here. Well, we know that was a lie. And we now know that the FBI is doing even more. So the FBI has in its possession an unclassified document that basically says that, let me open this up here so I'm reading it correctly, basically says that Joe Biden, when he was vice president, was getting bribes from the Ukraine. Now, we knew that this was going on. I mean, Joe Biden is real dumb, but he's a cagey old criminal. And literally his hair plug son, Hunter, that demonic person, there was no reason Hunter Biden should be sitting on the board of Burisma, any energy company, working with any Chinese investors. Like, this guy was a lightweight. He went to Yale and you didn't, but the only reason he went to Yale is because he's a Biden. But anyway, this guy had no experience with any of these things that he was doing. So when he had the famous interview, and I think it was, I can't remember, maybe it was Amy Roback, who said, do you think that the things happened to you because of your experience or because of your name? And he goes, probably because of my name. And it's like right there and then, that should have been like, okay, perhaps we should look into this. So we now know. Anyway, $5 million bribe. A Ukrainian oligarch gave the Bidens, when Joe Biden was vice president, a whistleblower came forward, produced the evidence that this happened. And remember, there's all these whistleblowers that are missing. And there's one whistleblower that I made a video a couple weeks ago. I was like, this guy's at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Like, he's lights out. Well, he's resurfaced, and he's basically saying, I'm in exile because I'm afraid to come back to the United States because they've got these ridiculous trumped up charges against him. And he's like, and I'm afraid I'm going to be killed. Now, why would he be killed, ladies and gentlemen? Well, of course, because he's a whistleblower on the Bidens. And the Bidens are, they're a crime family and everything, but it's so much bigger than just their greed and their avarice and their criminality. It goes to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Comey and Clapper and all of them. It goes to all of them. They're all on the take. They're all deep state assets, and they're all either blackmailed or doing the blackmailing or using their positions to gain money or anything. I mean, look, Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. The FBI said, stop looking. A whistleblower came forward and said, we were directed not to look at the Clinton Foundation. They said, we were trying to look at it. And they said, no, do not look at it. We were looking at child pornography rings. And they said, no, don't do that. Go harass parents at school board meetings. So this is not a surprise that the FBI has been sitting on this unclassified document. So here's what Chris Wray has been up to. James Comer, the head of the Weaponization of Government Committee, has said, listen, you're gonna produce this document or you're gonna be held in contempt. See, he was subpoenaed, he didn't show up to testify, and they said, all right, man, you don't give us this document unredacted, because Ray wanted to, they said, oh, you can come into a skiff and you can look at it and it's gonna be totally redacted. Again, why does it need to be redacted? If Joe Biden didn't do anything wrong, if this is just a BS document, like, why not show it to everybody? Because of course it's real and it did happen. So Comer's like, nope, that's not going to work for us. BT Dubs, we've already seen the document and we know what's in it. So clearly, someone with access to that document either took a picture of it or told someone in the Weaponization of Government Committee what was in this document. They're like, we already know what's in it, so you need to pony it up so we can show the American people. So Chris Wray is dragging his feet, and he's not producing the document. Now, the media is not talking about this, of course. I'm going on Isaiah's show tonight. I guess my exile is over. I was exiled for 3 weeks. And look, we're going to be talking about the Republican field as it stands, but you better believe I'm going to work in this, and the fact that Joe Biden, now on record from whistleblower, says, yeah, we took a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. Anyone want to talk about that? So when you think about how much money we've given to Ukraine for this ridiculous fake war, or I shouldn't say it's a fake war, it's a stalemate, and it's like never going to end. And now finally the Republicans in the House are like, we're not giving you any more money for this. Okay, stop it. We've given like $130 billion to this thing, and all it is a Democrat money laundering scheme. We don't have any accounting for where the money went. None of it. They just want to keep sending money to Ukraine. Now, again, when you understand that the Bidens are connected with Ukraine because of the corruption, I mean, it makes total sense, does it not? So, look, there's a lot I could say about this, but at the end of the day, Durham, the Durham report, we still can't talk about that. No one's talking about it because it completely clears Donald Trump. It completely indicts the deep state. We've got James Comey talking to Ginger Goebbels, Jen Psaki. They dragged her out of whatever shed she's living in. And Jen Psaki's like, oh, are you concerned if Trump gets back into office? What's going to happen? And James Comey, like, with a straight face, is like, I'm really concerned that he's going to, try and come after his enemies. It's like, dude, stop the gaslighting, number one. And number two, that's all you've been doing for 7 years to this guy. And that's what amazes me. It's like, have you deluded yourselves to this level, or is it simply gaslighting and projection and they don't even realize they're doing it? Like, I don't know at this point. I just know that these people are evil and probably made a deal with Satan, all of them. I mean, to do the things they've done to children, to other people, without even blinking. And set aside the children stuff, the sex trafficking and the human trafficking and the things that we now know are going on with these sick people. Focus on simply the fact that this group of government gangsters, as Kash Patel calls them, and I think I saved the list because I'm going to insert the list of the government gangsters. But I mean, there's a whole lot of them. Let me just read you a few on this list. So that people that are on this list: Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Bill Priestap, Lisa Page, Agent Otten, Kevin Kleinsmith, Fiona Hill, Charles Dolan, Igor Dinchenko, goes on and on. Fake news, Michael Sussman, Mark Elias, Glenn Simpson, Jake Sullivan, Hillary Clinton, James Clapper, John Brennan, Gina Haspel, Rob Rosenstein, Lisa Monaco, John Carlin, Chris Wray, Agent Tebow, Bruce Orr, Nellie Orr, etc., etc. And don't forget Obama and Biden, that all of these people had zero issues with destroying an innocent person. Zero issues with destroying other innocent people connected to Donald Trump. They have no problem with it. I mean, this is pure evil, okay? And because they are evil, they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure they aren't caught. So we need to keep the prayers up, ladies and gentlemen, because there needs to be a reckoning, and it needs to be soon. Because if this continues to go on like this, we're not going to have a country anymore. We're just not. All right, guys, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one. I will be done. Bye.